Is everything good? Yeah.
Everything's good, bro. What's going on with you?
Yeah. All good, man. I'm just trying to fix up the camera.
No worries.
Eh,
We can hear you well, man. How's everything going? Good?
yeah, all good. All good. What about yourself?
Everything's good, man. I mean, look, guys, obviously we got the guy that's going to kick off that big PFL Bellator Champs card on the 24th, right? As far as, you've been preparing a lot, training a lot, man. Looks like you're in a little bit of a snowstorm, right? What's been going on with you? I hate the snow, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's snowing bad. It's very cold. I'm from Saudi, so I'm not used to this,
Yeah.
but
You're from the desert
no.
areas, right?
Yeah, yeah. So in 2 weeks, I'm back.
That's right.
I'm back to the wall, to the hut.
Absolutely. The event is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, right? That big car that I just mentioned. When are you heading out there, man? Because obviously you are still in the UK. When are you heading out?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm heading out in 5 weeks. So I think around the 20th. I think 20th or
Okay.
19th. Yeah.
Gotcha. And you are somebody that I would imagine you compete. I mean, you competed there a couple times already, right? Recently, you don't have to acclimate or anything, right? You can go there a few days before and you're good to go, right? I'm sure other guys from other parts of
Yeah.
the world have to get there a little earlier to sort of adjust. But, obviously you were born there. I'm sure you're used to it already, right?
Yeah, I kind of lived there, so I was kind of used to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I fought there a couple of times. But to be fair, like most of my fights were here in the UK. So,
Yeah.
so I had about 20 amateur fights, and I would say about like 16. So I would say about like four have been in Saudi, and the other has been like different types of the places. But
You
yeah,
bring up being an amateur, right? I've seen a lot of guys just take a few amateur fights and it kind of comes back to bite them, in the rear end a little bit in their pro career.
yeah.
It seems like you're taking your time as an amateur, right? With all these fights. How important is it for you to get that experience before you go pro?
To be fair, it's kind of my teams like my team, my coaches have been the ones who kind of like kind of planning, or I don't want to say planning, but kind of like guiding me. Like if they want me to turn pro like tomorrow, I will. Like honestly, I would just go like on what they want and what they feel is the best for me. But
Right.
yeah, like there's nothing bad with by having more experience as well. So especially before turning pro as well.
Yeah. So I mean, look, it looks like you have a smart, calculated team, man. And it
Yeah,
doesn't hurt to help to listen to the people that are experienced. You're training at AVT MMA Leeds, right?
yeah, yeah.
How long you been training there?
So I've been here since 2019. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so like 4 years. Yeah.
Pretty much since the start of your amateur career.
Yeah, so my first amateur fight, I was 17, and
Yeah.
I had my debut over here. Yeah,
That's sick, man. That's sick.
yeah, sick,
I
yeah,
mean, representing your gym on such a big stage, such a big card, man.
yeah.
What's that like for you?
Oh man, I'm just excited, and we have a couple of guys competing in different kind of promotions, big promotions as well. So,
Yeah.
all in the span of this kind of between February till April, like Cage Warriors, Octagon, the PFL as well. So it's kind of like everyone's kind of competing on those big shows, which is nice always, especially brings like a good vibes in the gym as well. Like everyone getting ready, you know, everyone's trying to push each other and trying to achieve their goal.
Absolutely. Speaking of recent stuff, man, how exciting was it to win gold at the Saudi Games 2023?
Yeah, it was a very good like cool moment because it's like my first Saudi game, so I didn't compete the
Yeah.
year before because they didn't have MMA in it, so they just added MMA for this year. And I mean, to be fair, it's only the second Saudi game, so it's not like it's been around for
Yeah.
like 10 years or something. But
True.
it's still like it's a it was like it's a good feeling because it's like for Saudi athletes as well, which is I think it's very good. So it gives us like a platform to showcase our skills as well. And yeah, it was a good time.
You also showed out at the IMMAF World Championships, man, representing Team Saudi Arabia. What's it
Yeah.
like to represent your country now again on perhaps an even bigger stage? I'd say the biggest stage of your career there, I'd say. What's that like?
Oh yeah, I got the chance. So I got the opportunity to be part of the national team. Um,
Right.
to fight for them for the IMAF for the World Championships and the Asian Championships as well. This was my first time fighting for like in the IMAF, and obviously I always wanted to do it, especially as an amateur, because it's kind of the highest, probably the highest level of competition as an
Yep.
amateur. Um, but yeah, like it was a this one was a very good experience because it was like four fights against one of like different parts of the world, different styles. You had to make weight every day. It was a
Mhm.
very good, cool experience. Like obviously representing your country, which is very good as well. But yeah, it's in terms of like the fighting itself, it was yeah very very good experience for me.
Back to this PFL versus Bellator, champions versus champions card. Were you surprised to be on this card? Like when you found out, what was your reaction?
I was yeah, it's like I was
Such a big
excited about
stage
it.
for you, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's like I was just on my phone, and then all of a sudden, well, to be like my coach said, like you're gonna fight on the 24th, and then all of a sudden, like 2 weeks later, I saw Yoel Romero's on the card. I'm like, wait a minute, is he the
Oh
main
yeah.
event? And then no, it's like even bigger fights
Yeah,
came
that
in,
would
and
have
I
been
was
good
like,
enough
yeah,
right
yeah.
there, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like fighting like Yoel Romero. I've been watching the guy for years, and
Yeah.
even a guy like Aaron Pico as well. Um,
Yes.
yeah, Patricio as well. So many good fighters to watch. I'm excited. I'm opening the card, but I'm also excited so I can watch the whole fights as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So look, I mean, as far as, in an even more general sense, right? Not just this card, how do you react when when PFL signs you rather, right? What's the reaction there for you?
Yeah, so the PFL came to us before even the World Championships when I had I think about 10 or 11 amateur fights, and they wanted to sign me as a bantamweight, a pro bantamweight. So
Okay.
obviously I'm a natural flyweight, but yeah, so it's but they gave us the opportunity to compete as an amateur because we told them we want to do the IMFs, and my team also said we wanted to hit 20 amateur fights. So I had 20 amateur fights before my PFLs because obviously I competed for the IMF World Championships and Asian Championships and the Saudi Games as well.
Right.
So that all of that together was like 9 fights. So I hit that 25 mark, but it was a good opportunity because you still fight as an amateur in PFL, which not many fighters get the opportunity. So
Yeah,
obviously
that's
I'm
very
grateful for
true.
the opportunity. Yeah, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. So yeah, I'm excited, man. Yeah, it's probably the biggest platform. I think it's bigger than IMAX obviously because especially due to the card as well of the event itself. But
Hmm?
yeah, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to showcase my skills over there.
Listen, I mean, it's definitely a big event for you, right? When you're on
Yeah,
a card like this, right? I think it's important because it's going to give you some experience, right? You're a young fighter. The fact that you don't have to build your way up and get into PFL, you could already get into the PFL now and start, develop
yeah,
with the promotion from such a young age. I think that's good. And it looks like your team, the fact that they don't want you to get in, to get in there unless you had 20 amateur fights. Again, your team, once again, it looks like they're taking a very calculated approach with you, and it's working,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. We got a good team. Obviously, it's been around for like I don't know, I think more than 10 years.
Hmm.
Um, so they've been around. They got guys fought like all over the world. So the coaches
Yeah.
have fought as well. So they got the experience as well. So yeah, I got a good team there. I mean, not just coaches as well, but also got good sparring partners as well, good training partners as well. So it's not just the coaches as well, but it's kind of the whole team over there as well.
No doubt. Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely see you guys got something fun going on there, something good going on there. You're taking on Vinicius Pereira. What are your thoughts on him as an opponent? Do you feel like he poses a big threat to you? Like, what do you make of him stylistically? If you have seen much of him, I'm not sure if you have, maybe.
Yeah, I've seen a bit. Yeah, he's very awkward. He's very like unorthodox.
Okay.
He's very good on the ground. He likes to grapple well. Looks like a tough fight. Looks like he just wants to go in there and just scrap, which is always good. But yeah, I'm just excited to. I'm not too worried about what he can do. I'm just worried. I'm just focused on what I'm gonna do. But obviously, yeah, he's good everywhere. He's kind of like I said, unorthodox and stuff. So that possesses like unpredictable like kind of techniques and stuff. So
Sure.
you always have to watch out for those guys. They're very like kind of wild sometimes, but like at the same time they're good as well. So yeah, I'm excited to test my techniques and skills against him.
Yeah. Do you feel like this is a big stage fight where you could finally show the MMA world what you're about, right? Because you've been on stages, right? But there's going to be a certain amount of eyeballs on this fight that you've never gotten to fight in front of. This has to be the biggest stage, right? Do you feel like this is an opportunity to show what what you could do?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the biggest like event. It's definitely the biggest like kind of like eyeballs into it and everything. Obviously, the
Yep.
IMFs were big, but the IMFs were for like 600 athletes as well at the same time. So and this one felt the IMF felt more like a sporting event, but this kind of feels like it
Right.
still feels obviously a sporting event, but it just feels big. Obviously, like it's the first time in Saudi, the first show in Saudi, and part of the super fights pay per view as well.
Yeah.
So there will definitely be more eyes on it. And the prelims itself, there's good fights in it as well. It's not like just the prelims and then the main card is a big one. Like every fight has a potential to be a fight of the night. So
I agree.
I'm just yeah, obviously I'm focused on the event and everything, but at the same time I'm just focused on getting that win and just showcasing my skills. Like that's what I'm focused on. But obviously at the same time I want to show out a bit. I wanna show people how good I am on the cage as well.
When I'm looking at the card, I'm looking at it. I'm not a fighter. I'm looking at it from a fan perspective, so I can't help but just look at all the Bellator PFL champion matchups and all that. Are you thinking about that at all? Like kind of looking at, because you brought up Yoel Romero and you were excited about
Yeah.
him. Like, are you excited about some of these fights, or are you in a place where you can't be excited because you have to focus on your fight? Where are you? Because me personally, if I was fighting another guy, I don't think I'd be focused on any of the other fights, honestly.
I mean, depends on the kind of.
But
It
that's just
depends
me,
who
though.
you
That's
are as
just
well.
me, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
I
I'm
know
not
what
a
you mean. Yeah,
fighter.
like
You know what I mean?
yeah, it depends. You know what you mean. Like the thing is, you can't deny that there's big fights. So obviously, you think of them as well. Like you're fighting in that same event as those guys. You know, what I mean, like you're gonna know what's gonna happen. You
Yes.
probably think already. Like, but yeah, obviously,
Well,
I'm
the good
focused on
thing those are
myself.
after your
Yeah,
fight, actually. So that's
yeah,
actually
that's
good.
what I
You
mean.
could
So
actually
like, yeah,
enjoy
I'm the
it too.
first fight. Yeah,
Yeah. You know
so I
what?
can enjoy the whole show as well.
It's true. Yeah, you are the first fight, so there's not even going to be one fight ahead of yours, actually.
Yeah, so it's like it's not that it's like I can enjoy the whole show as well after, but which is
Oh
good
yeah.
always. But
Yeah, no, you're actually
like
good, dude.
yeah,
You're good. You're the
yeah,
first fight. You'll be
yeah,
able to enjoy it. Get the W,
yeah. I'll
then
be
enjoy the
able.
fights.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
were
I'm
signed,
excited for it.
absolutely. When you were signed, people were excited, right? Just like you're excited for it, people were excited for it. When you were signing the PFL, it felt like a good signing to build sort of that, that young foundation for the PFL, for the
Yeah.
future. What are your goals in the promotion of, of course, everyone wants to be the champion, right? But do you have any other personal
Yeah.
goals for yourself at PFL?
Um. Obviously, being a world champion is kind of as
It
a
could be
technical
anything as far
as a
as
fighter.
it could be
Yeah,
anything
I
as
know.
far as you want people to think you're exciting, you want to have the
Yeah,
most submissions, like anything. It could be anything, man. Like, what are you
yeah.
thinking?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I think probably I just want to like showcase myself, like skills. Like I want to like people know how good I am on the cage. I think like that's
Sure.
the kind of like I just want to what I mean, try to get better in the cage as well. Try to get better as a fighter.
Okay.
Technically, experience wise, everything. Uh, I'd probably say like I don't know, like probably what being a world champ is probably the number one. Obviously,
Of course. Yep.
obviously I haven't turned pro yet, so I can't really focus on that too much. But
Sure.
at this time as an amateur, I'll probably just say just
Getting better.
showcasing my skills. Yeah, just
Yeah.
getting better and then just trying to get experience.
I think that's good. That's a good answer. That's important, right? Because you obviously want to get better at this stage. Any last
Yeah,
thoughts before you head into what's likely the biggest fight of your career? Obviously, you look very composed. Doesn't seem like
yeah.
doesn't seem like the stage is getting to you, man. So I think you're already a step ahead in my book. But what are your thoughts before you head into fight week? Any last thoughts?
And I'm just get ready, man. Just get ready. I'm just excited.
There you go.
I'm trying to get like better with my skills with promoting the fights. You know what I mean? But I'm
Yeah,
trying
you're
my
still
best.
young, man. You
But
got plenty of time. You did a great
yeah, yeah.
job.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited. Like I said, the event is big. There's some good fights on that card, and to open that card, like I think that's something special. Like to open, like I'm the first. Like if you think about, it, I'm the first fight of the kind of the whole thing with the PFL
Yeah,
in Saudi,
that's a big
which
deal.
is yeah. Like, honestly, like I'm so grateful. Like I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Of
I'd
course,
rather
but
be the first if I'm on the spot where you are, those early prelims. I'd rather
yeah,
I only want to be I want to be the first fight because the
yeah,
first fights were the excitement. Once you get to the second fight, third fight, it dies down a little bit.
yeah,
It's like in professional wrestling, the fight before the
yeah,
main
yeah,
event, it dies down a little bit, and then the first fight, it's all up, and then the second fight, it's a little
yeah,
down. Let's go get a hot dog. Let's go to the bathroom.
yeah.
The
Sometimes the opening cup people remember because that's like the first thing they see as well.
There you go.
So it's
Yeah,
kind of but
it sets the
yeah,
tone.
just it's about time to show out a bit. That's it.
Malik, thank you so much, man, for taking the time to talk to us.
No,
Guys, Malik Basahel, he takes on Vinicius Pereira to kick off the PFL versus Bellator Champions card on February 24th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. You're not going to want to miss that one. Malik, thank you so much, man, and best of luck.
man. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.